Hello, my beautiful souls. How are we doing? This is the weekly reading for May 5th through 11th. Guys, I have to say first and foremost, I'm really sorry if I feel a little low energy, or it seems like I'm low energy. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep in the last few nights. So my apologies, and if I'm lagging or if I make a mistake sometimes, because I have some brain issues. When I don't sleep, my memory and my words kind of slur sometimes, so I apologize in advance, but we'll get through this reading because I'm super excited to see how the week is gonna be for us. Please like this video. Please like this video, share it with anybody that really needs to hear the energies of the week. Please subscribe to this channel. Also, when you hit subscribe, I didn't realize you can hit the different bells of notifications. I would click to all, because the monthlies come out obviously every month. So you want to be notified when they post. And also, as I continue to get better through the year, I'm going to be posting more videos. I'm really going to try to expand this channel. So please hit the notification bell for all, so you can be the first to know what videos I put out. Okay, and this is the first full week of May, so yeah, let's just get into it, guys. Let's see what's going on here. All right, what do we need? Destroyer, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. Ooh, we've got some new life energy finally. I said on the last, I think I said on the May monthly, I was really kind of looking forward to getting more new life type cards, new energy, endings, new beginnings, that kind of thing. So this definitely qualifies. So it says need destroyer. So we need to release what is potentially destructive and prepare for a new life. So yeah, so we're in the preparation stage, okay? And that doesn't surprise me, because as we're going through the 9-year, we're in the universal 9-year, which is 9 is endings. It could be, it's also linked to forgiveness, humanitarian work, that kind of thing, but mostly endings. So, it's gonna feel more towards the end of the year of this new stuff, but we're feeling the energy already. We're preparing for the energy more so, right? So we need to prepare for the energy. So we need to prepare for a new life. That could look so many different ways for you guys, right? If we're preparing to switch jobs, maybe we want a new career. Maybe it's time to look at our resume, right? That's preparation for that. So it's kind of saying like we need to, and destroyer is like a really, it's a really big word. Like literally blow, like we have to blow something up. So say if you're using the example of moving to a new career, it's kind of saying like you're really leaving this career behind. Like this is a big freaking, like it's a big major deal. Like you're never going back to what you've been doing for maybe the last 20 years of your life, right? This is saying like, no, you want a completely new life. And I love that, because it's like very finite, very final. So yeah, we need to start preparing for whatever we want to come in. Kind of manifesting energy a little there, but it's saying like, if we want the new thing to come in, we have to kind of completely destroy the old thing. It's not so much like, yes, I do feel like things are going to mesh and mesh together and that kind of thing, and it might be like a gradual, but this is more saying like, if there's anything that you can absolutely destroy, do that, to prepare for the new life, especially if it is not serving you anymore. So let's see what action needed is saying here. Poise. Oh, love it, love it, love it, guys. Oh my goodness. Poise means you're ready. Poise means I'm ready to jump, right? And so this is picking up on that energy that I was feeling when I read the monthly, where I'm saying, oh my gosh, I want us to be ready. I want us to kind of move into that thing. Guys, I've been seeing that new thing. I've been seeing 555 energy, angel numbers for so, and when I tell you I see it probably 3 times every single day. My memory is bad, so I can't remember when exactly it started, but it's been a long time. Let me know down below if you guys have also been seeing 555 a lot. Even 222 counts, okay? But I would say 555. So it's coming, but and you're ready. Poise is saying like, okay, I'm getting my ducks in a row. I'm ready to jump off the cliff, right? And so basically it's saying action needed is to kind of jump off the cliff. So I know we didn't get to the rest of the reading, and we're about to. This does feel like actual action steps you can see physically with your own eyes, you can experience in your own lives. It's not just the energy, is going to be happening this week. So some change. I'm very excited to see what the change card says here, but I'm liking this already. This is amazing type energy. This is what I wanted to see in the monthly, but I'm glad we're getting in the weekly at the very least. All right, issue. Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Okay, so you have an issue reflecting. All right. So this is basically, reflecting is good for introspection, helping you connect the dots, helping you understand why you had to go through what you had to go through, why this happened, etc. And kind of reflecting on your experiences, reflecting on your decisions, reflecting on your life. Okay, so we're having issues there. So I would say that we're having problems with, not necessarily, it's not like we don't have the time to reflect. It's more so the connect the dots piece, where it's saying like we're not necessarily sure how everything fits together. We're not necessarily sure about everything that we've been going through, how that's going to mesh together and integrate into my current life. Like it's almost like you don't necessarily have like a clear picture because you can't necessarily figure out the past, right? You can't necessarily like figure out what's been kind of going on. So we have a little bit of an issue there. I definitely do think that it'll clear up, but it's almost saying like we do want this new life. You claim you're ready for this new life, but what exactly is going to be this new life and how you're going to integrate what you're going through now into that. So very interesting stuff. Very interested to see what the reflect says because of that. All right, we have the challenge. What's in the challenge spot? Engineer. We've had this before, maybe in the last weekly. Reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. This is basically saying, that you're focusing too much on the logistics. You're focusing too much on the details. You're focusing too much on the actual procedures. You're focusing too much on the structure, right? And so it's under challenge. So basically it's saying that's going to be a challenge for you because you're not necessarily focusing on how it's going to make you feel. I would say this is kind of a manifesting card too, because that's part of it. It's kind of saying, okay, maybe you're not necessarily sure, of how what you've been going through is going to integrate into your new life, but maybe asking yourself how it's going to make you feel or how you want to feel it will help move the needle a little bit. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But this is basically saying that we're focusing too much on the details. We're focusing too much on the logistics of things. Like for example, if you want to move, right? Focusing more on the logistics would be, and I think I've used this example before, what kind of house am I going to have? How many bedrooms is it going to have? How much is it going to cost for the movers? How much square footage am I going to have if I want to, in the backyard, if I want to start a garden or something like that? Guys, I'm just throwing stuff out there, but those are all the logistics, right? So, but Spirit is saying, like, how is it going to make you feel by moving? Did you ever stop and ask yourself that? Like, it's challenging for you to kind of get into that mode because maybe you're in planning mode, right? There's a lot of planning kind of going on here. You want to get the structure down, the logistics down. But how is it going to make you feel that you are moving cross country? How is it going to make you feel that you're now, maybe you're renting to buying now that you're going to have a mortgage? You're going to have more responsibility, right? We've been talking a lot over the weeks, over the months about more structure, more groundedness. So this could actually be very much a reality for some of you guys. This reading is for the collective, right? But I know maybe one or two of you out there that are maybe watching, this is resonating in the way of actually moving, okay? So this could definitely be Spirit saying, like, don't forget, even if it sounds good, right? If the logistics sound good, make sure it feels good too at the same time, okay? And that's going to be challenging for you to kind of balance those two. So that's very interesting. All right, we have change, a leg up, advantageous energy. So basically it's saying take advantage. So this is really good for change because it feels like Spirit is saying things are changing in your favor where there's actually advantages for you, or if you want to say opportunities for you. So take part in opportunities, jump on opportunities, jump on advantages, right? If you know someone who knows somebody that can get you that interview, if you're trying to switch jobs and you say, oh, I don't know, I don't want to get it like this, I want to just apply online and that's more appropriate. No, I'm sorry. Spirit is saying that's changing. You have to jump on opportunities. okay? You have to take advantage of what's being given to you. It's kind of like receiving energy. It's basically saying like you have to receive, okay? So that's what's changing. So we have to change too with it, okay? It's not just that the universe is going to start presenting these opportunities. It's that we actually have to take them as well. We definitely have to use certain things to our advantage, and not in a negative way, okay? Meaning like taking advantage of another person because of their weakness or vulnerability. That's not what we're saying. It's way the opposite, okay? It's basically saying taking advantage of sometimes they use the word privilege, of a privilege of some kind. Privilege isn't necessarily bad. It depends on how you use it, right? But it's there for a reason. If you know someone that knows someone that knows someone that can get you that job interview, go for it. Don't try to be, I know we got a lot of cards in the past about humility, but this is more about like a noble type thing. Don't try to be like extra noble or an extra martyr. Okay, we got the martyr card a while ago as well. Okay, go for it is all I have to say. So hopefully you guys really hear that message. All right, focus. We have spring, see your seeds grow. Love it. Focusing on where you plant your seeds. So this definitely can relate to the destroyer card in the planning and the getting ready for the newness. So plant your seeds now. So it's saying focus on what you can do now, right? Same thing here about like fixing the resume, getting the resume ready. Same thing here. If you're trying to have, I know somebody that's going through a fertility journey, okay? Getting their body ready to carry a child. Eating well, making sure that they're healthy, they're reproductively healthy, like different things like that. Making sure that their finances are good, okay? So this is basically saying the spring is for planting the seeds, summer is for the growth, right? So and reaping the rewards. So definitely we're basically saying we're in spring, okay? And we're actually literally in spring as well, seasonally. So focus on that. Okay, reflect. Warrior. Okay, we have warrior, but we have it upside down. Trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the sufferings inflicted on others. Okay, so not feeling, I wouldn't say motivated, but not necessarily feeling as strong as we would like to feel. It's under reflect. So basically it's saying here, maybe look at places where you don't necessarily feel like the warrior. To me, the warrior obviously is like being heroic, is about pushing through. It's about conquering something really hard, right? And basically it's saying when you don't feel that way, what does it, how does it make you feel? What are situations where you don't feel that way? So basically it's actually asking us where we feel powerless in a way. So there's a lot going on here. Could be related to the Mirror Guardian, maybe not. Maybe you're having a hard time kind of connecting the dots of like, maybe you're not necessarily feeling heroic. Maybe you're not necessarily feeling strong. Maybe you feel like you're not that warrior. Maybe you feel a little helpless. I would say maybe that's a good antonym for that. But yeah, definitely reflect on that. There's a bunch of different journal questions that could come from that. All right, responsibilities. We have round and round. Okay, so this is cyclical energy. So this is keep going, a merry-go-round kind of thing. So your responsibilities is to keep going, is to keep the wheels churning, is basically what Spirit is saying here. So keep things going, right? So it's basically saying with everything kind of going on, your responsibilities are to make sure things still work, right? So if you're looking for a new job, make sure that you're still doing your current job, making sure you're hitting your goals. Like, you're still doing your current, you can't necessarily neglect is a really good word here. You can't necessarily neglect any responsibilities that you have right now. Everything still needs to churn, everything still needs to work. Time doesn't stop because you're preparing for your new life. You still are quite literally, taking care of what needs to be taken care of in your quote unquote, I would say old life, but it's still your present life, right? And so it's basically saying just make sure you keep your responsibilities going. And a good way to say this is no neglecting, no slacking. Okay, that's what it's basically saying. All right, money, finances, and career. trade or exchange energy to create abundance. I think we actually had very similar energy, not the same cards, similar energy. We might have had receiving and giving gifts here. Same energy. Basically, it's saying exchange energy to create abundance. So it's a barter system, okay? So you know somebody that can do your resume for free, maybe you can do something for them, right? And so basically you're trading off services. So whatever your skills are, somebody else has a skill. Basically someone needs your skill and you need their skill, right? So it's basically about trading that off. I'm also getting like a separate message because I read intuitively here about skills and skills that create abundance. So for career-wise, this is also saying like some of your maybe skills that you don't necessarily, like it almost, Spirit is almost like showing me like hidden skills. Like skills that you don't necessarily maybe use every day on the job, or maybe even like hidden talents in a way, could really help you or someone else in the workplace where you currently are. So it's definitely saying like use those skills to create abundance as well. Okay, so the barter system, yes, but also too, if you have any additional skills that could be used with the job this week, definitely use them and utilize them. So just throwing that out there. All right, what do we have? Surprise. What do we have? Mystic. Oh, we have it in the light. Revels in intimate union with divine. Great. This is connection to spirit. This is, it's under surprise. So basically it's saying like, it's an extra, maybe we could say spiritual week. So I was just talking earlier about angel numbers. Maybe you get a lot more messages, whether it's angel numbers, whether it's synchronicities, whether you just feel extra connected this week, which however that appears for you, or however that resonates with you, you just feel really connected. Could also mean that we actually have, more trust in the universe. We have more trust in how things are unfolding, and it's under surprise. So it just kind of comes out of nowhere, or maybe you have been feeling disconnected lately, and this week definitely is that change. So it comes as a surprise. So I always see the mystic as a positive thing. Okay, community, friends. Okay, so this is about making friends, joining a community. 8 is always about abundance. Also about manifesting. Guys, I'm feeling hints of manifesting going on here. That makes me so happy. Makes me so happy. Okay, so this means be around people. But don't just socialize to socialize. This means community always means like-minded people coming together for, a like-minded cause. Okay, so do the thing this week. If you feel like you don't have time to do something that really calls to you, that you know that you'll be around like-minded people, don't skip it, is basically what Spirit is saying. So, or drag your friends around, drag your friends to it, right? A community event or something like that, or you've been invited somewhere, and you feel uncomfortable going by yourself, bring a friend, that kind of thing. So it's definitely not a week to isolate ourselves. So far we have no hermit cards. I would be shocked if we got one after a card like this, but this is not a time to decline any aligned social invitations, let's say. All right, romantic connection. Snake. You guys, I'm telling you, when I was closing up, if you guys didn't see the May monthly, go watch it now, so you know what I'm referencing. But I said at that end of that video, I said I didn't love that we weren't getting a lot of cards. I thought we would get them by now about endings. And guess what I just pulled? I just pulled Snake. Not only is it the year of the 9, it's the year of the snake in Chinese astrology. And snake is always about shedding old skin. So letting go of an old version of you and moving into a new version of you. Don't freak out if you're in a romantic connection, because it came under romantic connections. I can't speak today. This does not mean a romantic connection is ending. This could mean that you are showing up differently in your romantic connections, or you're beginning to. Maybe you've done a lot of work on yourself and you're beginning to show up differently with romantic partners. Okay? If you're dating, this could be you showing up differently. You have a different mindset. You have done the work on yourself. Maybe this is even physical. You've gotten a makeover or something, an actual physical makeover, right? But this could also be with your partner too, with to you, meaning like, I hate to, what do people say on TikTok? Hope core? If you've been waiting for like a partner to change or kind of be like a different person or, something along those lines. I don't mean for it to be hope core. And we should not always be, we shouldn't fall in love with people's potential, that kind of thing. But this does indicate change in a partner, a new version of a partner. Okay, and I see it as a positive thing. Okay, it feels positive. So don't get your hopes up, but definitely could resonate in that way as well. All right, we have important. We have Knight upside down, allegiance to destructive ruler, principle, romantic illusion. Okay, so it's important to not just blindly follow, especially if we feel like, I would say be careful with this warrior energy and feeling helplessness or powerlessness, because these two could kind of intersect in a way where it's saying like, it's important not to give your power away or follow the lead when you feel like it's not true to you or you feel like it's not aligned for you. And so basically it's saying like, you don't just have to follow the crowd to follow the crowd. Okay. The Knight shows up in a bunch of different ways, but that's the energy that I'm getting from this here today. So basically it's saying, don't follow the crowd just to follow the crowd. Okay. If somebody comes in and claims that they have a solution for you, but it doesn't feel right, then it's not for you. Okay. So it's important to recognize that, understand that, and again, not follow the crowd. Health and wellness. Treasure Island, perfect. We also have 9 energy here too. Okay, so Treasure Island is finding the treasure. It's fortune after difficulty. It is finding something after looking for it for a really long time. Okay, and so we have it on our health and wellness. What a great slot to get this, because if you've been on any kind of health journey or wellness journey, emotional, spiritual, physical, it is so nice to get the treasure that you've been looking for a long time. I usually use a weight loss journey here. This could be maybe you hit your goal weight. Okay, this is about maybe you reverse your diabetes. Okay, it's about finding the treasure after really searching for it for a long time, looking for it. If you're on a chronic illness journey, this could translate to you finally found something that works for you, right? Especially if you have like a mystery illness and you're not necessarily sure what's going to help you get better. Okay. So, all around super positive. Okay. Love that. And I would love to hear how it resonates with you guys down below. Okay. Oh, almost picked from the wrong one. Overall outcome. We have Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. We have more letting go. Guys, do you see a pattern in this reading? Letting go of the need to be right. Okay, so this is about letting go of our egoic, always trying to be right, our condescending energy, our egoic energy, nothing wrong with a little snark, snarkiness, but maybe, cleaning that up a little bit this week. But all in the name of more peace, basically. Okay, so, but I'm definitely getting like a know-it-all energy kind of dissolving, right? For the sake of our relationships, for more peace, for more calm. Okay, so if like it fares well for our relationships is basically what I'm getting here. But I definitely do feel like, and the way that I would see Peacekeeper in a more negative way would be that we're, not speaking up for ourselves just to keep the peace. That's not what Spirit is saying. It's actually saying that we are kind of letting go of like any narcissistic habits or ways of communication, or, you know, there's definitely like a lot of energy like thinking that we're better than other people, or people thinking that they're better than us. So there might be here where our relationships are becoming a lot more based like on curiosity and less judgment, if that makes sense, but definitely based on a lot more peace. So things are getting a lot more peaceful. So this actually fares really well if you've had a lot of chaotic relationships. You're finding out you're fighting a lot with people in the last couple of weeks and stuff like that, or months, or however long it is. It definitely, this is saying, no, there's more peace for sure. And definitely letting go of like bad communication habits, like negative communication habits. So love that. Guys, I didn't want to say it until the last card was drawn here, but there is a lot. This is a really good week. Okay, Spirit heard me complaining last time. It heard my worries about, okay, when is this this ending energy going to start kicking in? It's starting to kick in. It's very interesting that I did it for the month, and there was obviously more energies that needed more attention during that reading that came out. But this is the first full week of May, and it definitely feels a little bit like that, right? Coming out hot. We came out hot with the Destroyer, basically saying, gotta destroy what doesn't work for you anymore. Like, not let go, right? I know we ended with the let go, but destroy is a pretty strong word. Okay, so yeah, it's a verb. I was like, is it a verb? Is it a noun? Destroy is a verb. Destroyer is the noun. But things, like, it almost just feels like things are going our way. Okay, the only thing that I would actually say no red flags. The only thing is that we might just be feeling a little down on ourselves in this reflect area with the warrior upside down, where we maybe, feelings of like helplessness might come up, but they're coming up for us to work through them. Okay, so it's not coming up because it's not a quote unquote bad thing. It's coming up to be healed. It's coming up to be reflected on. It's coming up to be worked through, that kind of thing. So, but like if that's like the least, like if that's the worst thing, then we're in really good shape, is what I'm trying to say. So guys, I love this. Okay, I really love this. We're getting there. I'm feeling the start of it. Finally, Spirit, you heard me. And Spirit said, hold my beer. Hold my beer. Let me show you. It's coming. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. And thank you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.